The launch of Connected Home with Multi-Room Viewing, or MRV, has put features at our customers' fingertips no other service can provide. Though we're requiring all technicians that install or service Connected Home customers be certified, we're seeing far too many customers with issues that don't allow them to enjoy the full features like multi-room viewing. Many of these problems could be avoided by following the guidelines established in the certification program. In addition, if you go to satinstalltraining.com, click on the Support tab, then click on Engineering Tips, where you'll find the Whole Home DVR Quick Reference Guide and the Whole Home DVR Troubleshooting Tips our engineering department has developed that will help you quickly find any MRV or Whole Home DVR problem. If you don't have internet access, ask your trainer for a copy so you'll have one of each in your truck. To try and reduce these service calls, we're running the Connected Home video as a reminder, so please watch and pay close attention. DirecTV is committed to providing our customers with the programming, functions, and features that will not only add value to an already great service, but will keep us far ahead of our competition. We've introduced hundreds of local channels across the country provided by satellite, more quality high-definition programming and sporting events, using Ka/Ku band delivery technology, advanced receivers and DVRs, and single-wire distribution using SWIM technology. We've made DirecTV On Demand available, and we continue to push the envelope in both services and technology. Today we'll be covering another service available to DirecTV customers called Connected Home. Connected Home is a concept that provides a number of advanced features by connecting receivers in the house to a network. We all know that there are several ways to connect to a network. The most common uses Cat5 cable between components, while other methods use wireless, power line, or even coaxial cable. For Connected Home, we'll be using coaxial cable. This technology is called DirecTV Ethernet to Coax Adapter, or DECA. The DECA device looks like this and connects in line in the coax feeding an approved receiver. Some of the services Connected Home will make available are MRV or multi-room viewing, media share, pay-per-view, DirecTV On Demand, DirecTV to PC, and TV apps. The MRV or multi-room viewing feature allows customers to view programs saved on other DVRs in their home. With Media Share, customers can view or play back video and music from their computer directly on their DirecTV system. For more current information on Media Share, you can go online to www.directv.com/mediashare. We all know what pay-per-view is. Once a movie or event is saved to any DVR in the system, it can be viewed on another receiver in the home. This is also true with DirecTV On Demand. If a DirecTV On Demand movie, episode, or event is available on one DVR in the system, it can be viewed on others. DirecTV to PC allows customers to view programming saved on their DVRs directly on their computer. The computer will automatically be compatible with Connected Home because they both are compliant with the Ethernet standard. This application is available to customers online at www.directv.com/directv2pc. The TV apps is exactly what you would expect. It allows a customer to download additional functionality to their DVR via the internet. Though both DirecTV On Demand and TV apps require internet capability, multi-room viewing doesn't. Before connecting to an existing Ethernet network, you need to consider a few things. One of your first considerations should be how you will connect. Is there an open port on the customer's router you can plug into? Without an open port, there's no way you can connect to an existing network. Have the customer show you where their router is located and make sure there's an open port. Remember, before connecting to any computer network, always have the customer go online and confirm they have internet access. You also need the customer to go online after you've completed your installation so you can confirm they still have internet access and their system is functioning as it was before you connected anything. Another consideration is how to deal with an existing network connected to the customer's receivers. In some cases, the receivers are already connected to an Ethernet network. Since Connected Home uses DECA technology, their network connections are not supported. Simply unplug the Ethernet connection at the back of the receiver and connect them to Connected Home using a DECA. Never disturb the customer's existing Ethernet network or disconnect any router connections. Now let's take a look at the system requirements for Connected Home. Connected Home can only be provided in a home where it's receiving DirecTV using the Connected Home compliant single-wire multi-switch or SWIM L&B in conjunction with a KAKU Slimline ODU. The receivers also need to be compatible. This list indicates receiver models currently available that will support Connected Home features. All MRV compatible receivers are also SWIM compatible, starting with the R22. Though the H20 is not MRV compatible, the H21, 23, and 24 are, and the HR20 through HR24 are also compatible. Remember, any receiver that isn't compatible will require a band stop filter. Now that we know what DirecTV equipment is required, let's take a look at the hardware required to install Connected Home. Very little labor or hardware is required to install Connected Home, making it easy for a customer to take advantage of all those valuable features. Connected Home hardware includes the Connected Home compliant SWIM L&B, the Connected Home compliant SWIM multi-switch, the inline band stop filter or BSF, the Connected Home compliant splitter, the DirecTV Ethernet to coax adapter or DECA, the DECA power supply, and the DECA broadband unit or DECA BB. One thing that will catch your eye right away are the green labels on the SWIM L&B, the SWIM multi-switch, the band stop filter, and the DECA modules. This green label indicates these components are intended for use in Connected Home installs. Now let's see how these all work together to provide Connected Home service. Let's start with a band stop filter. This unit blocks the 475 MHz to 625 MHz frequency spectrum being used by Connected Home and allows all other frequencies to pass. These frequencies may sound familiar to you. If we look at the frequency chart, we'll see that they are the same as UHF channels 15 through 40. The rule is a BSF or band stop filter will be used on every receiver not compatible with multi-room viewing. The filter simply blocks all MRV services when placed in the cable feeding that receiver. We also need to place a band stop filter between the SWIM L&B and the SWIM splitter if the SWIM L&B isn't compatible. Compatible L&Bs will have a green label like this. If your L&B doesn't have this label, you must install a band stop filter between the SWIM L&B and the SWIM splitter. If a customer system is using a standard KAKU L&B and a SWIM multi-switch without a green label, install the band stop filter between the multi-switch and the splitter. The next device is a DirecTV to Ethernet coax adapter or DECA. This also goes in line, placed in the cable from the SWIM, providing signal to the receiver. A DECA is used on all receivers that will be using Connected Home services except the H24 and the HR24. The 24 series receivers already have DECA built in. The HR2100 is unique and must have a DECA connected differently than other MRV compatible receivers. The DECA must be powered from the secondary tuner input, while the satellite signals are passed to the primary tuner input. This will require a two-way SWIM splitter and two 12-inch pigtails attached. Here's how it's connected. First, connect the DECA set receiver power port to the HR2100 satellite N2 port. With that done, connect the DECA's wall outlet toward the L&B port to the power passing side of an approved SWIM compatible two-way splitter. Now connect the splitter's in port to the SWIM distribution. Next, connect a BSF between the non-power passing port of a two-way splitter and the HR2100 satellite N1 port. Finally, connect the Ethernet cable from the Deca to the HR2100's top Ethernet port, also known as Ethernet 1. Next, we'll see how the Deca unit is connected using all other connected home compatible receivers. With all other connected home compatible receivers except the HR2100, installation is even easier. Once the Deca is placed in line, the Ethernet jumper from the Deca is simply plugged into the Ethernet connection on the receiver. This creates a data path that will allow two-way data traffic between all connected receivers in the home. We now need to connect the home's existing network. This can be done using a Deca BB like this, or standard Deca like the one we used on the receiver. These are both two-way devices, allowing data to flow to and from the coax. To connect the Deca BB, you simply connect the coax cable feeding the system, connect a Cat5 jumper to the customer's router, then plug it into the Deca BB. Connect the power supply to the Deca BB, then plug the power supply into an electrical outlet. If you have proper connectivity and the unit is functioning correctly, the three lights will be illuminated within a few minutes. If you're using the standard Deca for your Ethernet connection, you need to remember that it isn't being powered by a receiver. You'll need to use the Deca power supply to power it. Before connecting to the customer's router, have them confirm that they have internet connectivity as we just discussed. Here's how you make the internet connection. Route a cable from a location close to the customer's router to the SWIM network and connect it to an open port on the SWIM splitter. Now connect the power supply to the Deca like this, and connect the Ethernet jumper to an open port on the customer's router. If you have proper connectivity and the unit is functioning correctly, the three lights will be illuminated within a few minutes. If the customer has H24s or HR24s in their home, they're already connected home capable. That means no Deca unit needs to be connected to these receivers. The Deca circuitry is built into the unit. Do not connect a Deca to either an HR24 or an H24. With all these components in place, you're now able to take advantage of all the connected home features. Let's see how you set up multi-room viewing first. The first step in setup of MRV is to force a software download. If this is a new installation, this process is already required. After plugging in the receiver, at the Hello screen, using the remote, press 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and the download will begin. Always make sure the software download is allowed to complete. Never hit the red reset button during a software download. If this is an upgrade and the equipment has already been activated, press the red reset button. This will reboot the receiver. Once the receiver reboots, navigate to the System Setup. Arrow down to Network Setup, then select Test Connection, Run System Test. This must be done on all receivers and they must all show no errors. If the test results are okay, MRV can be enabled. If the test results show no internet connectivity for that receiver, double check the Deca unit and make sure it's working by seeing if the LEDs are all solid green. Currently, there's no requirement for you to troubleshoot no internet connection because MRV doesn't require one. The customer can go online for information. You can refer them to directtv.com/multiroom, then click on Visit our online tech forums for more information. This site can provide useful information for all functions of connected home services. With the system test results okay, you can enable the service. We'll cover that next. To enable multi-room viewing, using the remote control, navigate to Menu, select Parental Faves and Setup, select System Setup, now Multi-Room. If the receiver you're setting up is an HD DVR, you'll see the Share Playlist option. It's important to ask the customer if they want to restrict the sharing of some content. This is handled using parental controls you should already be familiar with and playlist sharing. Select Share Playlist No if the customer doesn't want to share the content of this DVR. Here you have some setup options that will allow you to delete programming from other rooms. We're almost done. At the name location screen, you'll need to assign a unique short name to each receiver in the network using the on-screen keyboard. We'll call this unit TV Room. Then select Update Name for name assignment to that receiver. Finally, select Status, and you should see Multi-Room Authorized. As you enable each additional receiver, the status will show MRV Enabled, and receivers that are networked listed below that by the name you assigned. MRV setup for this receiver is done. Now follow the same steps on each DVR you want to add to the MRV network. With all units connected and properly set up, operation of multi-room viewing is easy. The first thing you'll notice is the playlist is larger because the saved programs have merged. You'll also notice that programs saved on other receivers are identified prior to the program description. All remote control functions will be the same. You can play, pause, fast forward, rewind, or perform any of the functions you had on a single DVR on any programming from any DVR in the network. Pressing the yellow button on the remote while viewing the playlist displays the options for filtering or sorting the playlist. One important thing to remember is that MRV can stream to only one receiver at a time. Other receivers will see this red icon next to all programming from receivers that are already streaming. And that's it. Multi-room viewing is now operational on the receivers you've set up. Though there are other features available through Connected Home like DirecTV on Demand, Media Share, DirecTV to PC, and TV apps. We'll need to cover them in another session. In many cases, these services will be available as soon as you connect all the pieces. In fact, in upgrade situations where the customer already has home plug for DirecTV on Demand, by simply replacing the home plug with a DECA, they'll be set. But remember, the customer owns the home plug, so make sure you leave it with them. As you've seen, Connected Home provides options for our customers no other provider can offer. And installing the hardware and setting up the equipment only takes a few minutes. But before you're assigned Connected Home installs, you'll be required to get certified through the Connected Home Certification course. This course will be available through your training department and will provide you with the information you need to successfully install and activate Connected Home systems. We hope you found this video informative and that you have a better understanding of both Connected Home and multi-room viewing. If you'd like more information, go online to directv.com/multiroom for up-to-date information. From all of us here at DirecTV Field Operations Training, have a safe and productive day.